Hi everybody, for today's fun and excitement in the world of Algebra 2, I think my screen just did something funny with the video. We are going to continue on solving exponential equations. This time we're going to look at when we'll use natural logs to help do that. Okay, so our scenario, you invest $100,000 in an account, it pays 3.5 interest, and it's compounded continuously. Well, that part where it says it's compounded continuously reminds me of this formula. And so the first part, write an exponential function for this problem. Well, I'm looking for A. I start with $1,000. That's my principal amount, my P. E is just a number that's part of the formula. My rate is 3.5% interest, but that's going to be 0.035. And then my T is time, and I don't know time yet. Okay? And so then that's my exponential function. And then how many years will it take for the account to reach $7,500? So when will my amount be $7,500? Okay, and again, in order to solve this, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get rid of this 1,000. And so that's going to tell me that 7.5 equals e to the 0.035 t power. Now, in the last section, we used common bases. Well, I don't happen to know the powers of e off the top of my head. But I do know that if I don't like something written in the exponential form, I can switch it to log form. And so remember that this, if I switch it around, log base e of 7.5 equals 0.035 t, except we don't write this. We don't write log base e, because if the base is e, we use ln for natural log. So the natural log of 7.5 equals 0.035 t. Well, the natural log of 7.5 is a number that you can find on your calculator. And so if you plug that in, that is roughly 2.015. And so then how do you get t all by itself? You're going to divide by 0.035. And you should discover that t is about 57.6. And compounded continuously, so that's going to be years. Okay. And then, of course, we ask ourselves, does that answer make sense? For example, can I have a 0.6 of a year? Yes. I'm not dealing with money, so I don't have to go. Well, I am dealing with money, but the answer is not money, so I don't have to go to 2 decimal places, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and sorry, I seem to have very bad scratchy morning voice today. So here's some without a scenario. So again, same idea on this. You want to first get rid of the extra 5 that's in the problem. So we're going to work with 2 equals e to the 4x power. Okay, and then again, I don't have my powers of e memorized. So I would go log base e of 2 equals 4x, because of course, again, remember the answer to a log problem is an exponent. But again, I don't write log e. So I'm going to write the natural log of 2 equals 4x. Natural log of 2 is a number. I'm going to plug that into my calculator, and then I'm going to divide by 4 And x is about, whoops, take 2. X is about 0.17. Okay. And my next one, I have a little bit more to the problem, but the idea is the same. I want to get that E portion, the little E package as it were, by itself. And so how do I do that? Okay. First, I subtract 5 from both sides. And then I divide both sides by 2. Okay. I don't like this in exponential form because, again, I don't have those powers of E memorized. It's not like the powers of 2 or the powers of 3 or the powers of 4 or the 5s that we're getting pretty good at. So I'm going to put this in log form. So I would go log base E, and then, of course, I'm going to say, hey, we don't write log base E. So if it's okay with you, I'm going to go straight to natural log of 37.5 equals x minus 1. And again, this is a number I can put into my calculator. So if I put in the natural log of 37.5, and then I add a 1 to that answer, I can do it all while it's still in the calculator. I get x, and x should be about 4.62. Now remember, this number becomes more off. If I would punch in natural log of 37.5, get a number, round it, and then add the 1. Like when you round in the middle of the problem, you have more potential for having the answer be off a little bit. Okay. And then our last example for the day, still solving for x. This is your power. So E is already by itself. So I'm going to go straight to the natural log form. So again, that's log base E, but we write natural log of 250. And the answer to that is the exponent. The exponent is 2x minus 1 divided by 3. So I can plug in, and just because I think there's so much in here, it will probably be easier for you to see me do it. But I did this while I was working on my calculator on it. So I plug in the natural log of 250. Okay, to get x by itself over here, I'm going to multiply by 3. So this number is about 5.5-ish. Okay. I multiply that by 3. So I have about 16.5. I add the 1 to both sides, so that's 17.5. And then I divide by 2. And x is about equal to 8.75. And again, that's a rounded answer. And I know even though I didn't have to round at the 17.5, I did round in the problem. So that's an approximate answer. Okay. So you guys today are going to continue on with that 16.2 exponential equations worksheet for your homework. Well, I guess it's all homework now, isn't it? And you're going to do that second page, which should be problems number 11 through 18. And again, I'll have office hours Thursday and Friday for you guys if you want to jump on for help. Okay, have a great day.